It's Saturday night, getting on after 7 p.m. It's still really warm, but more manageable to come outside. And what I've come to do is to collect some apples. I'll show you. What's happening is it's so hot and sunny that the apples are getting burnt. They're literally cooking on the tree. So that's no good. So before we lose them all, because they are a decent size, I wanted to try and pick the really nice ones. We've eaten quite a few, and to preserve some. I want to try and dry some, so to cut them into thin rounds and dry them. See how that works. Never tried it before, but I thought I would give it a go. So I have my bowl to collect them in, and then I'll wash them, check them over, and the ones that I think are good I'll slice up and put into, I have an air dryer. It's not anything that uses any electricity, it literally just hangs in the sun and dries. So in this very low humidity, should dry out fairly quickly. So I'm going to give it a go. Sort of got my little workstation set up here. So I have my apples in the bowl, have some water to wash them, and then I'm also going to have a bowl of clean water with lemon juice for when they're sliced up, and the lemon juice will stop them from going brown. I know from the apples that we've eaten already that these do go brown quite quickly, but we're just going to have to try the lemon juice trick. Then I've got my chopping board and my knife and my seat, and then here is my air dryer. So it has all these tiny perforations that are not big enough for the flies and things to get through. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers, so you can stack things up, and it's just hanging from the new shade cloth support. And as you can see, the orange zips, one for each compartment. This little bag is just what the whole thing came in. Now, I actually got that, I had this idea of when we first got the land and we just wanted to park our camper van on it up the top, and I knew that we had fig trees up there. I bought this, I think it was like £4, and it's been back and forth in the various camper vans to the UK and back, and then it sat in the last van for a couple of years during COVID, and now it's eventually going to be used. They do brown very quickly, as I said, so I've literally just sliced this one apple up and it's already browning, so ready to go in the lemon juice water. But aren't they beautiful? Well, the lemon juice in the water seems to be working, because these are definitely not going any more brown. So now I have a bowl full. I'm going to put them into the dryer in a thin layer and see if it works. got my apple corer when we were coming down this evening. So a few I've managed to get out by hand, but the rest still just have their little cores in. But it looks alright. I hope this is thin enough. I think it should be. There we go, 2 trays in the air dryer, ready for drying. Home time. Good morning everyone. We are off a bit later than we expected. We're going into Castellabranco. We had decided that we were going to splash out a little bit and buy ourselves something that would really help to keep us cool over the summer. But last night when we went to bed, I noticed that the fridge wasn't particularly cold. Yeah. And Darren just thought it might have been that the battery wasn't quite full enough to give a big boost to get the compressor on the fridge going. So we sort of just left it. Haven't heard it all night and it hasn't come on this morning. Yeah. So our choice for buying our little luxury item that was going to keep us cool for the summer has sort of taken a little bit of a back burner.
I think we're fine.
Because we need a new fridge.
No, we're okay then.
Yeah. But Darren keeps telling me, you know what I'm like, I hate spending money. Darren, I'm almost getting there. He has been, oh, 1 second. Yes, that's clear. Sorry, you just have to tell him. It's a funny little road and I have to tell him that it's clear because on a driver's side you can't see it. Okay, so I hate spending money. Darren always used to love spending money, but now I seem to have converted him into being a saver. So you're as equally cautious about spending money as I am.
Yeah.
He tells me that we have got enough money, so we're going to go ahead and we might have a wild shopping day today.
And buy both.
And buy a new fridge.
Yeah.
And our secret cooling agent. So let's see how the day goes. We're out in truck. Because our secret cooling agent is quite large and won't fit in the car. Off we go then.
So on the journey, Elaine and I have been discussing options available to us when we get the fridge. So the main difficulty is deciding how to power the fridge, because at the moment, oh, there's the bells. 10 o'clock church bells. The main concern is powering the fridge, and at the moment our fridge runs on 12 volt and we have a lot of 12 volt power. Going to a 230 volt fridge, we then have to use an inverter built into our EcoFlow. We have all the kit, it's just which is the most efficient one. We think we're going to use the EcoFlow for the fridge, therefore that uses a inverter to turn the sunlight into 230 volt power. So so that's what we've been discussing, yeah, and we have many options. I suppose that's the thing, but it's trying to decide which is the most efficient option. We haven't got to that conclusion yet, but we'll give it a go. And we're on our way now to go and have a look at what's available. Yeah.
Yep, this is our secret weapon for keeping us cool this summer. It's a 1,000 litre Dorner, usually used for making wine in. It's very sturdy, and although we probably won't make 1,000 litres of wine,
no, I don't think we will.
What we could do is use it as a water capture system in the winter when the rains come. So we're just going to get it strapped on so that it doesn't fly away. Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's ready to go.
Good, let's go.
So what we're doing now is we're at China Star, as you may already know, my favourite China shop. All sorts of stuff. Elaine's gone in now to see if she can find some like plastic chairs that we can put into the bottom of the Dorner, because it is quite a deep tank. So we figured that we're going to probably want to sit in there. So yeah, quite pleased with that anyway. I think that's going to do a really good job, and as Elaine said, it'll keep us going through the summer months. We can just sit in there with water in, obviously, and then for the winter months it can collect us water. So whilst I'm here, I just thought I'd mention something to you. We were on the search out for a fridge as well today, to try and find a fridge. We did find one in our local shopping centre, Auchan shop, just here, just across the road from the China store. It was F rated for efficiency, and it cost £109 or 109 euros, and it was smaller than the Dometic fridge we actually have at the moment. And it got me thinking, what options are available? And all of a sudden it just dawned on me that our Dometic fridge may not be absolutely brilliant for working on 12 volts, which is the reason we bought it and the reason it never occurred to me before. But it's actually also a 240 volt fridge as well, and it also runs on gas. Gas wouldn't really be effective for us or efficient for us, so I'm going to try. We bought a little plug, and I'm going to try and just plug it into the EcoFlow directly. It's strange how these things don't dawn on you until you sit down for 5 minutes and start having to think about them.
And our pool purchases are complete. So I've got two plastic stools so we can sit inside the Dorner and just chill in the cold water, a little floater and some chlorine tablets just to stop it all going green.
Yeah.
While we were out this morning getting our big container to act as a plunge pool, Darren actually found an alternative to us buying a new fridge. Oh, he's just coming back. Right, so he found an alternative to us buying a new fridge, because the actual fridge itself works. It's just the way that it draws power from our system seems to, it just got fed up with doing it or whatever. So basically he just got a new wire, and we spent about €3. Which was really good, because the small fridges had even less space in them than this one that we already have, and they were all F rated, which means that they would use way too much power than we can actually give them. So it worked out in the end. But while we were looking for that wire that he figured out, I spotted some shelving, and I've wanted new shelving for the kitchen for a long time. One, because we need more shelving, and two, because this one here, if you remember the one that I upcycled, the wooden one, as it's drying and getting even more dry, you can probably see it's really starting to tilt this way, and I can't do anything with it. And I think it's full of woodworm because it's just crumbling away at the bottom. But we found these ones, and they were about €13 for a set, which is amazing. They're metal and they're cream. Here we go. So we got two of these, and we're just putting them together now, and sort of tidying up the kitchen basically. So I'm hopefully going to have more or less twice the shelving space, and yeah, twice the shelving space, and not any possible whatever it is. I think it's just the wood is just really old. We'll try and find another use for it somewhere where it's possibly not going to infect any other wood, like maybe it's out somewhere up on the land. We never know. We'll give it a go. While I've been waiting for Darren just to get some tools out to tighten up these shelves, I thought I would show you what I'm doing here. So you know that I have a problem with ants everywhere on the land, and in the comments a lot of people had said mix together some baking powder and some icing sugar and put it into a container that Max can't get at but the ants can. So I came up with these little leftover herb and spice jars, because in the lids they have some good holes, so the ants can get in but Max can't, and then I can just strategically place them out on the land where I have the biggest problem. And they say what they do is they are attracted in because of the sugar, so then they come to eat the icing sugar but can't distinguish the fine powder from the baking powder, and then the baking powder does them in. Sorry, but yeah, I need them not to be devastating my plants all the time. So we'll take those back down onto the land tonight when it's cool enough to work outside, but fingers crossed for me, I'm going to give it a go. And thanks to the several people who gave me that tip. We have just had dinner and now it's lovely and cool outside, so we're going to go down to the land. We're going to start filling up our plunge pool, our Dorner, and so into the back of the truck we have the old white shelving that's sort of twisted and now fallen apart, and all of the containers that we have that can actually hold water. So, and I'm all wet as you can see, because I always manage to forget about the water pressure coming out of that pipe. So here we go, we'll jump in with our ant killing packages and we'll get on with the work this evening. So we're back down on the land, and this is our plunge pool, our Dorner. That's what it's called. I don't know whether that's the size or the shape or the fact that it's used to make wine.
It's called a Dorner, and it's made by the company Reciplex.
Yep.
That's how we found it. I found it by searching for Reciplex Dorner. Yeah, basically wine barrel, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they would crush all the grapes in.
Yeah.
So it's it takes 1,000 litres, as we said, but we're probably only going to fill it to about 700-800. And this is where we want it, underneath the shade cloth, so it's much cooler under here than having the, you know, the heat of the sun, because that's what we're getting cooled down from. Yeah. So all it needs is, we have got a bit of a hump in the ground here. Yeah. So we're going to level that one out a bit, and then
put it down into this space here.
And then there's
a bit of a dip here.
So we'll move it to here, and that should level it out, and then we can start filling it with some water.
Yeah.
So that worked quite well, quite easily. Nice and level, and there's no play. That's really awkward one.
So we have about 150 litres of water here. Yes. When you add up all of these containers.
All of our containers.
Yeah, so that's about how many journeys we're going to have to make to fill it?
About 5 or 6.
That's not bad.
That's not too bad.
It might take a while. It feels like it's going to take a long time, but we've done the maths.
Hello everyone. We're just taking a break from filling up our plunge pool because it's getting a little bit warm, so we've come for some respite in the garden house. and we thought it would be an ideal time to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, which is Klarus.
Klarus, I would say. Yeah.
And they've kindly sent us 2 camping lights. So we are kind of camping here, and they're not just useful for camping. You could have them, you know, in your house, outside your house, because they are USB charged, and that means they use very little electricity and energy.
And they're standalone.
Yeah.
So they're standalone. Lights.
Once it's charged, you can just take it wherever you want.
Yeah.
There's 2 different kinds. I really like this one because it's a little bit retro. Darren likes this one because it's a little bit geeky.
A little bit modern.
Geeky.
Modern. Okay. Yeah.
So we would like to say thank you very much to Klarus. It's very kind of you to send these to us.
Yeah.
They might be useful for you if you have a situation where you're going camping or you haven't got any electricity outside, perhaps on a patio. This one can not only be used as a lamp or a hanging light, it's also a power bank as well.
Yeah. So we haven't opened them up yet, so we're going to have a look, see what they're all about. Straight away, the packaging feels really nice, doesn't it? Like good quality.
Yep.
Good quality packaging. So this is the Klarus CL2, they call this one. Few of the stats. It's got a lithium ion battery, which is 10,400 milliamp hours. Charges by Type-C charging. Yeah, as it says, got a power bank function. Impact resistant as well, which is obviously handy if you're camping.
Or if you're hanging it up and it's...
and it falls, yeah.
Or kids knock it over, or dogs. Or...
Yeah, absolutely.
Go on then, get it open, let's see what it looks like.
And it says IPX3 waterproof as well, so pretty cool again for camping or just outdoors. So yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look, see what it's all about. Oh, comes in nice little...
Oh, in a little posh bag.
Little bag. That's really nice. Again, quite handy for camping to kind of keep it safe. Together. That's really tidy, isn't it? Okay. Really nice. So straight away, the quality feels excellent on this one.
Charging cable.
USB-C, apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so how does it work? Right. Okay, so it's a hanging light, that's the idea. What we're going to use this one for is in the centre of our garden house. So we can hang that up and it will just sit really nicely up there, and it gives us a nice light. Different
settings. Different
settings of light as well. So we've got like a warm light. It's like 3 settings of warm light, and then what we call a white light, isn't it? That's really nice actually. That'd be really nice for filming as well in this little space here. So that's pretty cool actually. Yeah, got the little USB on the back there to charge it, and folds up and packs away.
So yeah, I think you turn it back on and it becomes a lamp, so it can just stand and be a lamp.
Like so this. Right, that's very clever, isn't it? Right, I like that.
And it's got the same settings again. Yeah.
Right, so it could just be a standalone little lamp or a hanging lamp. I like it.
Yeah.
That'd be the USB charger thing in there, I think.
And then it's
Ah.
got a torch on the bottom, which is always useful
When you're camping.
when you're camping and you're going off to the loo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's your little
USB-C charger.
So you can plug your phone in and charge your phone.
So you can, right, so you can, yeah, so it's got a normal USB plug for charging this, I would imagine, and the
larger port to charge other things.
Yeah, so it can be used as a power bank either way. So yeah, we're charging this up and using it as a power bank or as a lamp. Very cool. I'll put that here actually, and they can show us what you've got.
Okay.
Love the little bag as well. It's really smart.
Mine is obviously much smaller, and and this is the CL3 in their range. And
these do come in 2 different colours as well. We've opted for the green because we thought the green would look quite nice, but equally the white one as well.
Charger. And this is like a little cute lantern kind of one in comparison to the trendy modern starship one there. So we've got an orange glow and a white and a bright white.
Very nice.
And back down.
Again, it's got the waterproof rating.
Yes.
IPX3, very lightweight.
It's got like a carabiner, so it's got a little clip hook there to hook on, but easily unhooked. Or I suppose you could even hook it onto your backpack or something, if that was a situation that you found yourself in. And it's got this little metal cage all the way around, so it's going to be impact resistant to a degree should you drop it.
So you would hang that up in your tent?
Possibly,
yeah. And it's heavier than you expect.
It is, it's a good quality feel.
It's a really good quality feel. Yeah, I kind of picked that up thinking, oh, that was just going to be a light plastic. It's really not. It's really, in fact, I think it says on here.
It's metal.
That's metal. Is the top metal as well? I
think there's a plastic in the clip.
Yeah.
What it's also got is like a screw fix in the bottom here, so I wonder if you had the right size, you could actually screw it into something and have it like standing up. So
it's a very cool little thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it. I like them both actually in their very different ways, aren't they? And this is really useful for, well, they both are. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. And this one too, I've just spotted there, that's got the screw in as well. So I wonder if you could screw like a spike in and then have it.
Yeah, possibly.
If you've got nothing to hang it on.
I wonder if it's kind of, looks like a tripod fitting, like where you screw your camera into.
That's exactly what I was thinking, the size of a tripod fitting.
Yeah, so that would be maybe a possibility, as you say. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Because that's very flexible, so it would just ping out of the way.
Really cool little lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one's going to be really useful, as Darren says, for here inside the garden house. And I sort of see this one, or perhaps, I don't know, we might even invest in a couple more and have them hung outside on the deck when we build the deck.
Really nice.
But thank you very much, Klarus. That's really kind of you. I can see a lot of people would be very interested in those, because I certainly am.
And we will use them and we will show them in this setting for you guys to have a look at.
Yeah, when the sun goes down.
When the sun goes down, yeah. So yeah, I'll put some links in the description or in the comments, or maybe both. So check them out, check out the Klarus lights, and yeah, have a click on the link, see what they're all about. But we really like them, really nice, eh? Yeah. So what we're going to do now is get back to filling up
the pool so we can get in it, because it'll be delicious.
Yeah, the pool. You're already calling it a pool.
Yes, a plunge pool.
It's a plunge pool. Okay. Get back
it's
into the
pool. Not a swimming pool. You couldn't swim.
No. Okay. I did call it a swimming pool at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Brilliant. I was just switching the camera. So
are they still there?
Who, me?
People?
Oh, the people are still there. Yeah, they're still watching, because this is exciting stuff. We're going to get some more water now. Yeah. So I don't know how many. That was about 100 and something odd litres.
150, we said.
150.
So that was our first run. We'll go out and do another run now. And but we have got some other jobs in the house to get on with, so we might only manage 2 this evening.
Because it's 8:20 now. It's going to start getting dark around
9:09.
9:09. So we've still got time. So we're going to go and get some more water. Okay, let's go and fill them up again.
Yep.
Bring them down again, eh?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I wonder what you're saying there.